Hey there, it's Shauna. I hope you're doing good. This is your full moon ritual for the full moon in Scorpio on April 21st, 2016. So I'm really excited to share this ritual with you. We're going to do one of my most favorite writing exercises, and this is specifically for this full moon in Scorpio. This moon is all about deep healing, it's about emotional healing, and it's about discovering our unconscious patterns, our unconscious mind, and getting into some of that stuff. Some people might call that shadow work. So you're going to need 3 things for this ritual: a piece of paper, a pen, and a place to write where you feel comfortable, where you're not going to be disturbed or where someone's not like looking over your shoulder. And I want you to use a piece of paper that you feel comfortable tearing up at the end. So if it's in a journal, you can tear the piece of paper out. And the reason for tearing up the piece of paper, this is really important, it's that symbology, that metaphor of destroying the paper, destroying whatever it is that we're writing. And then also, I want you to feel comfortable writing whatever wants to come out of your heart. No one's ever going to see what you're writing. You're not going to see it again. I'm not going to see it. Your family, your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, no one's going to see it because you're going to tear it up. So I want to encourage you to let go of censoring yourself when you're writing as much as possible. So whatever wants to come out from your heart into your hand, onto the paper, that's what is meant to come out. And when we can be as uncensored as possible when we write, that's when the deepest healing can come. So I want you to get into your comfy space. We're going to be still just for a moment before we start to write. This exercise, again, is specifically for getting into our subconscious mind. And meditation helps with that as well. So once you feel comfortable, you're going to sit or lay down with your piece of paper right next to you. I want you to close your eyes just for a moment. Good. Let your shoulders relax. Let your legs relax. Good. And then feel your whole body settle in. So your whole body as one unit is going to relax. And we especially want to relax all of the muscles around our hips and around our tailbone, in the low belly. All of those root muscles in your body, foundational muscles, those can all just soften and relax. Good. And we're going to take 3 cleansing breaths together. So a cleansing breath is when you inhale through your nose completely and deeply, and then you exhale through your mouth in a more forceful kind of way. So with me now, take an inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Good. Second time, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Good. Last time, really good one. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Good. And then breathe naturally in and out through your nose just for another moment or so. Let your whole body relax. Good. Bring your focus into the center of your chest, into your heart space. Good. And keeping your focus in your heart space, I want you to imagine a beautiful bright white light there. And this light is going to expand until it encircles your whole entire body, so that this light from your heart is emanating out and through your entire physical body. Good. Good, nice cleansing breath with me, just one this time. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Good. When you feel ready, open your eyes. So I want you to grab your paper and your pen and draw a line down. In the middle of the paper, we're going to have 2 columns. So you're going to write a list, one list on each side of the paper. The first list, I want you to write 5 people who you admire or adore in some way. So 5 people that you look up to, that you wish to emulate in some way, or that you just think are amazing. These can be people who are living, people who you know, people who you don't know, people who have passed on, anyone. It can be an imaginary, it could be a mermaid, for God's sakes. Like, it could be anything, you know. Let your, again, what just comes to mind most instantaneously, I want you to write that down. This is, again, not something that you should feel. It's like what just comes through for you. So write down 5. You can write more if you want to. And I want you to write down the qualities that you most admire in those people. So, like, why specifically do you admire or adore these people? What have they done? But more importantly, what qualities do they have, and what do they represent to you? I think that's the biggest thing, is what qualities do they embody, and what is it that they are representing to you as far as a theme? So you can pause this and write that down. As much detail as possible is good. And then when you feel done with that, we're going to go to the opposite side of the page. We're going to write a separate list. So this list, we're going to write 5 people who annoy you, 5 people who you don't like, 5 people who rub you the wrong way. In some way, these people, they create like a tense kind of feeling with you. People that just bother you in some way. So we all have this. People who just rub us the wrong way. So you're going to do the same thing for this list. These 5 people who bother you or annoy you, I want you to write the qualities that they have, or the things that they do that really, really just gets under your skin. And same with these people, where I want you to explore not just what it is that they're doing, but what that represents. So if someone is doing something at work, you know, what's underneath that? Is it because that person is taking advantage, or they're lazy, or they're bossy, or whatever it is? What's underneath that? Good. So again, this side, as much detail as possible. No one's ever going to read this. We're going to tear it up in a second, so you can be as elaborate as possible. So take your time with this until you feel complete with both lists. Good. And then when you're done, I want you to draw a big circle around the whole thing. Big, big circle. And then at the top, you're going to write me. M-E. So all of these qualities, the whole idea behind this exercise is that these people and these qualities create an emotional charge within you. So there's like a response that happens. When you meet a person who you adore, you meet a person who annoys you, whatever it is that they're doing, they're creating this feeling inside of you, whether that is positive or negative, whether that is joy or frustration or anger. They're creating a charge. And so that can only happen when that energy is inside of you in some way. So I would encourage you to muse on these qualities. So this is very Scorpio kind of work. This is very full moon in Scorpio, because sometimes when we write these lists, it's not readily apparent that those qualities are inside of us. So you may look especially at the list of qualities that annoy you or bother you and say, I would never be like that. But I would encourage you to muse on it and see if maybe in some subtle way there are times when you do those things, or maybe you do the inverse of those things. Maybe you push those things so far away so that it's necessary for someone to come in to show it to you in a way. So this is traditionally called the mirror exercise, because these people are mirroring us in some way. So it's illuminating the shadow. It's letting us see our shadow. And then also, of course, the same with the positive qualities as well. So someone that you admire and you think maybe, oh my gosh, they're so amazing, I could never be as amazing as they are. You only have that response because that energy is inside of you. And you're having that response because that energy wants to be emulated. There's something inside of your spirit, inside of your soul, that wants to express that which you adore. So I want you to think about that, muse on it. When you feel complete with this, you can tear this list up and throw it away or burn it or do whatever you want to do, but I encourage you to tear it up because the whole idea is that we want to let this information integrate. So it's not necessarily something that you need to go back and look over. Just by the mere fact of writing it out, it helps that material to be assimilated in your subconscious brain. Whenever we write things out, it helps us to process them in an organic way, even if it doesn't feel like it at this moment. So just notice how you feel over the next few days. And if you like this, I would love to hear from you. Let me know. I am doing my full moon meditation circle, of course, on Thursday, April 21st at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're in Encinitas, join us. I also live stream it, so you can listen in, and I do a special guided meditation and another little mini ritual on the full moon in particular. So I would love to have you there. I'm wishing you a wonderful full moon and an amazing month and sending you lots of love. Namaste. Mwah.